Everyone, it's Jeremy with Quiet Mind Yoga, and today we're going to focus on a version of chair pose with one leg lifted. So this really strengthens the quads, the front of the legs, and the glutes, the back of the legs, and this all helps support the low back. So we're going to have a lot of strengthening in the core, the glutes, and the quads, and this all helps support the low back to feel supported, and we're going to help our hamstrings open up a little bit more in the next day of the practice. But today, if you have a block, use that. If not, you'll be okay. So let's start on the mat. Come down to your back and just take a moment to get situated here, feet on the mat. Bring your hands behind your head and interlace the fingers. Lift the shoulder blades up and away from the hips. Crawl the shoulders towards the back of the mat to traction the spine. So you feel some length happen in the sides of the body. And then here, if you have a block, put it between the thighs. If not, that's fine. So reclined chair pose, right? So our shins are parallel to the ground, knees are bent 90 degrees, and then the block is there just to help you bring awareness to the inner thighs like we've done yesterday and throughout the program. So there's a little bit of engagement of the adductors, the inner thighs. And then lift your arms overhead, just like you would in chair pose, so the arms are alongside the ears. Right, so in chair pose, our back isn't this straight, it's actually a little bit forward. So we're going to simulate that with a sort of reclined uh, locust pose. So you bring your elbows down alongside the body, press into the elbows, and lift the chest. Shoulder blades go towards each other on the back. You're going to feel the core wake up and the back strengthen. It's not an easy pose to hold. The block is there to help you engage the thighs towards the center. Elbows keep pressing down, chest lifting, head in line with the spine. And then we'll lower down, let the feet back down, let everything relax for a moment. Hands behind the head, traction the spine, get long through the sides. Again, knees bent, squeeze the block, arms overhead. And then think of locust pose, but on your back. So we're going to bring the elbows in alongside the body, lift the chest, contract the back muscles, and then engage the adductors towards the center. Keep that engagement in the back and lift the arm overhead. Keep lifting through like you're doing a crunch. So we're really in reclined chair pose here. And then we'll release down. The only thing that's different though, remove your block, is you're not engaging your quads there. So we're going to wake up the quads now. Feet hips width apart. Your fingertips can brush your heels. That's how close the feet are towards your butt. And then elbows press down, feet press down, hips lift into bridge pose. Engage your glutes, squeeze the glutes towards the center so you feel your front of your thighs engage the quads. Now we're going to add a little more engagement to that. Lift your left heel, stay there if that's enough for you, or lift your left foot, just hovering off the ground. So you really engage your right quad. So one-footed bridge pose variation. Lower the left foot down. Same thing, other side. Right heel lifts, right foot hovers. If you don't feel this, press more into the left foot. Lift more through the hips, engage the glutes more. Back down, lower the hips back down. Then bring your fingertips, your index fingers to your hip points. The iliac crest, that bone that sticks out around your waistline. Now feel how you can tilt that towards the ground by pressing your butt down. You feel your low back lift off the mat. And then go the other direction. Move the hip points towards the ground so you feel your low back press into the ground. You feel your abs engage a little bit. Again, press the butt down so you feel your low back lift a little bit. And then go the other direction. And again, one more time, press your butt down to press into the hips. So this is the anterior pelvic tilt. And then other direction, posterior pelvic tilt. We'll play with a little bit with both of those, see which one works better for you later in the practice. Let's do the posterior pelvic tilt. So your low back comes towards the ground, your hips move towards the belly. Bridge pose, engage the glutes, lift the hips. Press triceps down into the mat. Lift your left heel, lift your left foot. If you want more challenge, straighten the left leg towards the ceiling. And this is actually really contracting the quad, which is it helps extend the knee. It's what it functionally does. So we're doing that here, straightening the leg, contracting the quad. Lower back down. Other side, right heel lifts, right foot hovers, and right leg extends if that's available to you. Toes flex back towards the knee. Engage the front of the right thigh. Engage the left glute and the left quad. Press down through the triceps. Pelvis tilting towards the belly. And then lower back down. Hug the knees in. Rock side to side on the back. Letting the back round. Shoulders walk away from the hips. Back releasing any tension that it might be holding right now. And then we'll rock forward and back along the length of the spine. So the back muscles are going to be strengthening quite a bit in chair pose. So come forward and up to hands and knees. And then keep the hips over the knees. Walk your hands forward like you're going to down dog, but lower the chest down towards the ground. Elbows can drop down. Make this more of a passive back bend. So you're letting the belly drop, chest drop, minimal effort in the body. Let your belly really relax even. So we're just letting go of any tension in the belly. And then we'll come back up to hands and knees. And strengthen the core a little bit more. So let your left leg extend straight back. Engage your quads and your hamstrings to help straighten the leg. And then think of locust pose in the upper body. So your shoulders go down the back, heart lifts, right fingertips float off the ground, and then fingertips point behind you like you're doing locust pose, Shalabhasana. Palms face towards the ground, elbows in towards the body, and then rotate the thumb towards the ceiling. So you're contracting the back, contracting your left glute and the erector on the right side of the spine. Back down the center. Other side, right leg extends back. Doesn't matter if you're pointing or flexing the foot, whatever works better for you. And then left hand floats. Think of locust pose, left elbow alongside the body. Thumbs rotate towards the ceiling. Think of locust pose in the upper body. Lift strong through the right glute. And then lower down. And we'll release that. Right arm reaches under into a twist. Right shoulder down. And you can stay just like that or take any other arm variation or leg variation you'd like. Not our deepest twist ever, but releasing that effort in the back. And back to center. Other side. Left arm threads underneath. Twist. And back to center. Downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out. Ease into down dog. Look between the hands. Step to the front of the mat. Forward fold. As you inhale, lift halfway up. As you exhale, fold in. As you inhale, reach all the way up. Reach through the ring fingers. As you exhale, hands to heart, shoulders down the back. Inhale, reach up, look at the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale back to plank pose. Hold for an inhale. And exhale down to the belly. Heart forward and up, low cobra. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Hold for an inhale. And an exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach to the ring fingers, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to plank and hold. Inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga or belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hold for an inhale. And an exhale. Between the hands, inhale. Exhale, step forward, front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Look at the ring fingers. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, chair pose, arms extend or hands at the heart. Inhale in chair. Exhale, back to plank pose. Hold for an inhale. And exhale, chaturanga or belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, down dog. Between the hands, inhale, step right foot forward. Arms up alongside the ears, warrior one. Let's hold for a breath here. Right knee moving towards the middle toe. Back edge anchored down. Back edge of your left foot anchored down. Lower the hands to frame the foot. Plank pose for an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga or belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right foot down. Arms up, warrior one. Hold and breathe here. Outer edge of your right foot roots down at a 45-degree angle. Front knee moving towards the front middle toe. Hands can be together or just reaching overhead. Lower hands to frame the left foot. Plank pose, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga or belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. You can always take child's pose if you want to rest at any time. Look between the hands, inhale. Exhale, step or hop. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, full forward. Bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. And exhale, front of your mat, standing in mountain pose. Inhale, reach up through the arms. Exhale, chair pose. Hold for an inhale. And exhale, step right back to a high lunge. Left heel is lifted, right knee over right ankle. And let's lift that left heel over the ball of the foot. Bring your hands to your hip points. And again, think of the anterior pelvic tilt where your back slightly rounds, low back rounds. Go the other direction, posterior pelvic tilt. Your left glute engages, your hips move towards the navel. Navel contracts a little bit. And then bring the hands together at the heart. And think of locust pose in the back. Deepen the bend in the right knee while keeping the lift and engagement in the left thigh. Lean slightly forward. Upper body even more like locust pose. Fingers point behind you, back engages. And then shift the weight forward and step to the front of the mats. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, chair pose, hands at the heart. Root into your left foot. Step back into a high lunge. Left knee over left ankle. Lift your right heel over the right ball of the foot. Hands to the hips and to your pelvic tilt, rounding the low back. And then posterior pelvic tilt. Hips towards the navel, glutes engage, left thigh strong, right thigh strong. Hands at the heart, shoulders down the back like locust. Hold and breathe, focus your gaze on a single point. Lean slightly forward. Hands beside the body like locust, fingers point back. Back engages. Your upper body's trying to fold forward at the waist, but your back, the erectors are trying to lift you up away from the ground just like locust. Shift weight into the left foot even more, and then step forward, fold at the front of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, bend the knees, chair pose. Inhale, reach all the way up to stand. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, back to plank pose. Inhale and plank. Exhale, down to your belly. Forearms down. Sphinx pose, elbows under the shoulders, just in front of the shoulders. Palms pressed down or hands interlaced. Either way is fine. Tops of feet are down. Lower bodies relaxed, bellies relaxed for a moment. Push down into the elbows and lift the heart forward and up. Think of locust here, shoulders down in the back. And you're welcome to stay here if this feels good. Or if you want to a little more challenge and engage the core, you'll press into the hands, peel the ribs, the belly, the hips, and then the knees up into a forearm plank. And then as you inhale, you'll reverse all that. And as you exhale, you'll roll back up. Inhale the Sphinx. Exhale the forearm plank. Inhale the Sphinx. Exhale forearm plank. Inhale Sphinx. Stay there or exhale and stay in forearm plank. Forearm plank, really engage in the transverse abdominals that go around the belly to support us in poses like chair pose. And here, obviously, as well. Lift your right leg if you want a little more challenge here. Engage your left quad, your left glute more. Engage your right glute to lift the leg. Back to center. Other leg lifts, left leg lifts. Press down into the forearms. You're pushing the ground away. And then back down to the belly. Sphinx pose again, giving the belly a rest. Hands under shoulders. Plank pose, push the ground away. Downward facing dog. Lift the right leg straight back. And bring the knee forward into a high lunge. Left heel lifts. Arms come up to the chest, hands in prayer. Left heel lifts. Left thigh engages. Tilt the pelvis towards the belly. Deepen the bend in the right knee. You might need to slide the foot forward. Lean forward, locust pose in the arms. And then shift forward to chair pose, hands at the heart. Sit the hips down. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to down dog. Lift the left leg back, inhale. Exhale, step it forward, high lunge. Hands to the heart. Lift the right heel. Deepen the left knee. Engage the right thigh and glutes. Engage the left thigh and navel, pelvis tilting in, shoulders down the back. Lean forward, locust pose in the upper body. And then shift weight forward and step to chair pose. Shift weight into the right foot, left heel lifts, left foot hovers just off the ground. Hold and breathe. Keep bending in the right knee, lifting in the chest, strengthening in the back. Left foot down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, hands at the heart. Right heel lifts, right foot hovers. Left knee bends. Hold and breathe, focus your gaze at a single point. Lower the foot, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, forward fold. Step back to plank pose. Down to your belly. And back to Sphinx pose. Elbows down. From here, bring your right forearm parallel to the front edge of the mat. Left hand beside you on tented fingers. Bend the left knee. And reach back for the left foot on the big toe side. Any amount, bend the left knee, left heel towards the tail. If your left knee starts to go out to the side, bring it back in line with the left hip. And we'll release down, other side, left forearm down. Right knee bends, right hand behind you catches the big toe side of the foot. Right elbow towards the ceiling. And then lower down. Come back to child's pose. Hips to heels, arms extend. Belly completely rests. And then walk the hands back in. And then here, if you have a bolster, you can use that. You don't need it. And you can use that with your block. We'll go to Supta Ardha Virasana, so half reclined hero pose. So your left knee bends, left sit bone comes down, right leg extends straight out. And then the bolster comes up to your tail, and you can lay back onto this little ramp you've created. If you don't have that, you can just lean back onto the hands. Same thing. Emphasis, stretching the quad, stretching the core, relaxing the core more so, and stretching the quad. And then we'll start to transition. Move the leg. Take your time. Let's go to the other side. Same thing, right knee bends, right foot beside the sit bones. Lay back onto your hands, elbows, or the props, or some of you are more flexible. You can go all the way down to the ground without any props, just laying on your back. If there's any pain in the knee, go away from that. There should be no pain, sharp shooting kind of sensations in the knee. Let your breath start to slow down. And then we'll transition up here. No rush. Leg out. Come to seated. And we'll take a simple seated twist here. So cross-legged. Doesn't matter which leg's in front. Hands on the knees. And then I'll mirror you. So we'll turn to your left. Right hand catches the knee. Spine lengthens. And rotate from the ribs. Back to center. Other side. Turn to your right. Left hand catches the knee. Spine lengthens and ribs rotate. And back to center. If you want to sit on your block or bolster or just sitting cross-legged, we'll have a moment of meditation here. Hips higher than the knees, shoulders down the back. Let your eyes close or rest on a single point of focus in front of you. And bring attention to the sensation of the breath coming in and out of the nose. Let your belly completely relax now. The goal is never to eliminate thoughts, but to direct our attention. So if you have a lot of thoughts, just bring your attention back to the sensation at the nose of the breath coming in and out. If you notice any obvious areas of tension, see if you can let those relax for now. The shoulders, the belly, the legs. Just keep bringing the attention back to the breath at the nose. And then we'll move into our final resting pose, Shavasana. Lying on your back, legs out, arms open beside the body. Just a few moments here. And then start to make small movements of your fingers and toes, arms and legs. Bring the knees in to one side and press back up to sitting. Hands together at the heart, bowing the mind to the heart. Thank you for sharing your practice today. Namaste.